This is a Windows Phone 7 game review of Fight Game Rivals, which is available in the marketplace for $2.99 and is an Xbox Live game title. So, since it's an Xbox Live game title, you'd expect a little more from it, but ultimately it's kind of disappointing. And by the way, it is not a Mango app yet, so it doesn't have the instant resuming. So you don't want to respond to a text message because then it takes forever to load. Hopefully they update that soon. So all there is to this game really is this tournament mode. And yeah, there's these different characters with different skills like endurance and dexterity or strength. And there's some variation there, and you can also upgrade your character with new attacks and everything. And you upgrade those using credits that you earn while playing the game. But there's really no reason to play around with the different classes and everything, simply because this game is so easy. There's up to, I think it's 9 tournaments here that you can play through, and some of them you unlock them as you go, and then you get medals there as you complete them, and you have to use your credits that you get from playing the game in order to unlock the levels. So like this is a new level, and you'll only get about 2 hours of lasting value. Since there's really no reason to go back and replay them just because it's so easy and there's really no reason to choose a character with a different skill set, that's all you really get, 2 hours. So it's definitely not worth your money. And so instead of a typical button mashing game, this game does have some logic. Like you can perform these to actually upgrade your character's abilities, like this upgrades my strength, and you play this little mini game, which is tougher to play from my perspective here while filming, but depending on how well you do, it increases your abilities by a certain percentage. And then your enemy can also perform attacks, and this is how you defend those attacks, just by tapping on the green circles as fast as possible. And if you get it far enough to the left there, then you can actually block them. And then you can also unleash your own attacks, like this one. And since I upgrade my strength, it'll have a double effect and be even stronger. But of course it depends on how well I do there. So I only did average, so it only unleashes an average impact on his health. So this is really all you do, and instead of button mashing, it's just touchscreen mashing, really. And there is that little logic, just because you have to select attacks, and there's a certain amount of times you can use the attack before you can use it again. So there's some of that logic there, but otherwise, it's really not that impressive. All you have to be good at is just mashing the screen as quickly and accurately as possible. So there you see he is improving his dexterity by doing that. So I could perform a super strike to actually lower his dexterity. So you got some logic there, and depending on how well you do here, the enemy can actually counterattack your attack or block it. And you can actually counterattack your enemy's attacks. Let's see. Oh, I almost got a counterattack. That's a block. So the visuals, they're 3D and they do look pretty good. And they're definitely functional. You can notice some pixelation around the edges, and that's kind of expected. But it's an okay looking game. I just wish it'd load faster, and I wish it was actually Mango enabled so that you could at least refresh it a lot faster. But that's the way it is. And there's some nice variation between those different attacks and the way you tap on items. So it does actually stay pretty interesting. But like I said before, there's really no reason to go back and play with a different skill set. And the game is so ridiculously easy, I'm absolutely destroying him without even trying. And there's no difficulty settings, so have fun just destroying the game. It's really not that much fun. So that's really disappointing. Overall, I would not recommend this game. Nevertheless, you can find this game in the marketplace for $2.99, and it is an Xbox Live game title. However, those Xbox Live leaderboards kind of fall on their face, and completely fail because all they're dependent on is really how much you play the game, and that's no fun at all. So overall, do not buy this game.